kids. Mark Miller here. Rory's with me as well this morning. How you doing, Rory?
I am here. I'm good.
Excellent.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it seems like it has been a while. And I'm interested to know how's our sound doing, Rory? Maybe you could peek in on our
Good plan. Let's have a
conversation.
quick switch over.
See how we're doing. Do a double check on that. I think we might be good. That's my.
I suspect that's not bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. And so we're welcome. We're glad to have you with us this morning. We are going to get back into the C# and TypeScript coding, and I think we'll do that. And then after we'll kind of get started in that, and then afterwards in a little bit, I think we'll talk about our weekends and how they were, respectively. So that's what I'm thinking. So let me show you where we are here. Let's bring up the die roller, overlay, and I will get you a view of that code. How about this? Okay.
There we go.
There's that. It's still loading there. It says it's waiting for the player data to be initialized. Signaler is like the last thing to come in here, so we're just going to let that load up there. And then once that happens, I'm going to click a button in my WPF app to initialize that player data, send that over, and then I'll show you where we are. Okay, there we go. The refresh has occurred. I'll send the player data over. I've done that. Now let's enter combat, and when we enter combat, four die come out for everybody, but Willie has advantage on initiative, so he needs 2 die. Also, I've noticed that when there are when there are multiple die rolls and somebody's got advantage or initiative, there's no way to really set that up with the UI. So if we look at the UI, hold on, I'll bring it right up here, and we go to any kind of role here. When we do a multiplayer, like for individuals, you can see over here I've got individual checkboxes for the different players. But no way to individually say whether somebody's got advantage or not. And specifically, if it's a skill check, for example, then that data should already be there specified for me. So if I click on this, we should see, whether it's an advantage roll or not. So that's kind of the direction I'm moving towards here, to be able to individually support these advantage and disadvantage pieces. Looks like I hit a breakpoint in the code, and let's hit continue here. Shirley Dev says, "Hey, Mark," on there, and I think we're on a restricted scene, so that's why we didn't see the scene switch. Renee A77 says, "Good day, all." Hey, welcome everybody. Glad you're with us. So I'm just going through. If you're just joining us, I'm just talking about. We want to be able to, when we enter.
Shirley Dev is in the house.
He's here.
Yes.
Shirley Dev says, "Congrats on the wedding at the weekend. It looked like a riot from the pics I've seen on Facebook. A nice touch with the peacock feathers on the cake," says Shirley Dev. Yeah, it was nice. It was excellent. In fact, I don't know, about maybe 15, 20 minutes when we get to a nice break, I'm going to show you the epic proposal video, which was essentially, it's essentially 1/3 of a 3-part sequence.
He's in the house.
Awesome. Will Bennett says, and that pre-announces himself, "Nobody, his favorite person. Transparent, his favorite color. Silence, his favorite sound. Sitting still, his favorite exercise. Ladies and gents." It's Will Bennett. So
Welcome, Will.
I'll tell you a little bit about it. So here's the thing. Karen has wanted her oldest son, Spencer, to sing Imagine, and has encouraged him to do it at talent shows and public events again and again and again. It's her favorite song, and her son is a beautiful singer and sings beautifully and plays the piano. But he's always been shy. Lindsay Moose says, "Has anyone tried running a Minter Announcer bot after forking the code on GitHub. We're trying it right now. I flat out did a pull and run, and so hopefully Surly Dev hasn't caused too much damage there to everything. So I think we're good. Although I do know this. Whoa!
Hugo is in the house.
Hugo comes in with a flash of lightning. There you go. And he even said the same thing. Appears in a flash of light and a puff of smoke. That's right. He's there. How do you get, Hugo, how do you get the color of your text to be blue? Everybody else is black.
I think that's the emote. So a similar thing happens when Surly Dev. There's like a little prefix that can be added. I'm not entirely sure what it is, though.
All right. I'm going to watch that a little more closely to see what I figured out. Can do colored text, too. Yeah, Surly Dev. I'm not sure how they're doing it. I'm not seeing it in the text that's coming. When you
start with /me.
Oh, cool. So now we're all going to try that. Me. Hello. Nice. I like it. That's all right. That's pretty cool. Learned something new. Okay. So yeah, 3 parts. So Karen has always wanted her oldest son, Spencer, to sing her Imagine. But he was always too shy or didn't have the confidence or just didn't want to do it. So it had always been missing for him. So so I got my 2 youngest kids. I got my youngest daughter to learn how to play Imagine. She was brilliant, did it in 2 lessons. I'm like,
wow.
Yeah. I'm like,
that's some skill.
She took it is skill. It is, but it's also, we took a few shortcuts in terms of we eased up some of the complexity of the song. So it was still the song, but it was not as hard with the fingers to hit. And we also, what was the other thing? She's a dancer, and I noticed that her ability to learn dancing very quickly and to move her body very quickly, that also applied to her piano lesson learning. So she was, at first she was kind of banging the notes, and the teacher was saying, "Hey, no, this is a soft song. You want to you want to control how hard you hit each key all the way through it." And she was like, as soon as her teacher told her that, she changed the way she played it. Then I got my youngest son to stand up and sing. So they start with the 2 of them, and they're singing Imagine. And Mom is starting to cry, Karen's starting to cry. And then 2 more kids get up, and it's Spencer and Boo, her son and daughter. And she starts crying more. And then my son and daughter get up, and every time it's like, imagine, we get to a line that says "Imagine all the people." 2 more people go up until we've got all 7 of our children. Plus, essentially, we've got 2 adopted children, folks who have like spent so much time with us that they're essentially ours. And and so she's got 9 kids all singing to her this song, and she is wrecked. That was part of the plan. I needed to lower her defenses.
Absolutely. Must break the wife.
Before the proposal, because she needs to be weak emotionally.
Tactical.
So step 1, boom. Step 2, you lift her up and recover and let me be that guy. So I had essentially a kind of a comedy kind of song set up for her. So I come up with I approach her. I start at the back of the room. I go, folks, I was talking to my honey the other day, my Pookie honey. I said, Pookie honey, Pookie, you and I are going to get married soon. And yet no one we know has proposed. And I get down on one knee in front of her. And then I say, until now. And then I say, right after this song. And then the music starts up, and I start singing her Creep, a swing version of Creep, which is essentially, I'm a weirdo, I don't belong here, right? What am I doing here? You're so special, right? Those are the essence of it is, I'm not worthy of you, essentially is the essence of the song. So I bring her back up with some laughter and some fun, and while I'm singing the song, throughout the whole song, there's in sync video effects going on behind me that are in sync to whatever the line is being said, and there's also a dance going on as well. So I've got a synchronized dance with my daughter and her friend, both competitive dancers. And so they're doing stuff, and it ends with me, big belting, big big part belting into the microphone. The kids are doing cartwheels in front of me, and then they're on the floor just like this, like that as I'm, finalizing. And I'm getting on my knee in front of her one more time, and I'm shouting out her name, Karen Mangicotti, will you? And at that point, behind me, there's a beep, and the screen says preview of coming attractions. And I'm like, oh, previews. I love previews. And then, so that was part 1 and part 2. And then she sees this. So at that point, yeah, I know.
I'm kind of speechless.
Yeah, you can imagine it on the big screen, right? With the speakers just slamming it right in everybody's ears. At that point, she's like, "Oh my God, yes, definitely." So it was awesome. I love the name in the brackets. Yeah, isn't it funny?
Just a little clarification.
Yeah, just want
to be sure.
I didn't want Surly Deb to download it and then use it. That was I was really thinking specifically of Surly Deb at that moment. Name in brackets in case she wasn't sure. Yeah, same. Yeah, overkill indeed, says Renee 77. Yeah, so that was it. So she said yes. We went out to the beach and did a. Hold on a second. Actually, it's occurring to me. Hold on a second. Do I have the photos here? Yeah, I have some of the photos here from a blog post she's about to do. This is us at the beach. Hold on, let me get to a different screen that does not have. Let's try. Oops, sorry, that one right there. We still got the what is it? The dragon front overlay, kind of blocking that a little bit. Let's maybe just move this off to the side. We'll do this. I'll do this like this. Kind of run it like that. Can I do that? Yeah, there we go. So this is everybody on the beach. So we go to the beach after this, and everybody's wearing white, or pretty much mostly white. And that's because we're about to do a holy powder celebration, which there's one more shot of everybody just before. Where's the, here we go, nuts. Here you can start to see it, where we're throwing the colored powder all over the place. So we do that. Karen and I go a little nuts on the beach dancing. It's kind of fun. We go out and dance at another location as well, where we're having dinner with everybody. And next day, day 2, we get on a catamaran, and we are, let's see, hold on a second here. Here's a picture of me with some other people. This guy's like, why am I between these two identically looking bald people? We get on a catamaran. Karen says, those are the weirdest glasses anywhere. And then later on, she's got them on. And let's see, what else? We take out the catamaran. Then we swim in to the beach. Everybody does that wants to be part of it. We swim into the beach. We get to the beach. We find this super remote kind of area. Let's see if I got a picture of that. I'm sure I do. It's just they're not in the order I want them to be in quite here. There it is, right there. We find this beautiful, off to the edge, kind of secluded area, and we conduct our ceremony right there, and it's really, really super beautiful. Karen, makes me cry as usual whenever she has anything written that's special, and she says her vows, and I'm like bawling, and then I give her mine as well, and that's it. And we get married, and we do this every 5 years. So this is our third wedding, our 10-year it's our 10-year anniversary. So our third wedding, and yeah, it was just super beautiful. I had a great time. I loved it. Part of me expects drone footage. Yeah, we didn't get any drone footage on there. When she said yes, you should have said, okay, I'm a maybe. Let me think about it some more. Oh my God, Will. Yeah, that I don't think so. That's really funny though. That's incredibly funny. I love it.
There are levels of pain you don't need to invite.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. Are you sure she said yes? Yeah, I'm sure. Certainly does say. Uh-oh. She's in. Is she in? She's in. Tell them about Fools Rush In. Sex Positive is in the house. Tell them about Fools Rush In. Yeah, okay. We, hold on. Fools Rush In. So while we're walking down, we realize we have no music. Now we're on the beach, we have no music. And one of our friends starts singing Fools Rush In. And everybody starts singing it. So it's like, really beautiful going in there. Hugo says, greetings, Sex Positive. Congrats again. Surly Dev says, hi, Sex Positive. Congratulations for the weekend. I love the cake pick with the peacock feathers. Hugh Odell says, good to know. I want to keep my options open. This was a timely video to produce. Are you saying what my line should be? I think that is. Everybody's suggesting that when you said yes, I should have said, well, I'm a maybe. Good to know. I just doing a check here. This is only a survey.
Yeah. This is not a binding thing.
I'm going to put you a yes for that, okay? And what's your favorite color, too? It's on the survey. So no, there's no way I was going to lose that opportunity. The whole point was to get her into a point where she just had to blurt out a yes. Yeah, let me pencil you in for a wedding tomorrow. That's exactly what happened. We saw fireworks on the beach. On the boat, we had a bunch of dolphins that were, just following us on the boat, or actually kind of leading us. Actually, they were in front of the boat. Just like, I think there were about 9 dolphins out in front of the boat at one point. I got some cool slow motion footage of it. Yeah, it was really, really fun. He's hanging by a thread. As always, Sex Positive, it's only fair, right? Considering how far I'm dating up, right? Exactly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not trying to be, degrading or at all. I'm just like, it's just, I'm dating that far up. Yeah, no, I'm awesome. It's just, she's like beyond awesome. So, really sounds like a wonderful time of ceremony. Congratulations to you crazy kids, says Hugo Dahl. Yeah, I think we we both felt good about it, and dolphins are cool. They lead the boats out here too. Where are you, Will? Where are you out boating? Maybe sailing, I presume, right? Because I don't know, dolphins want to get that close to a motorboat. By the way, I have a story. I haven't told it here, but I've told it on Mondays. But I was Jacksonville, Florida. Cool. Certainly makes an entry in Google Calendar for 5 years from now. Can't wait to see how he tops this event. Well, Karen's got to propose next time. And she's already like, oh, my God, right, with regards to, what happened. Karen has stated that the Imagine singing of the 7 kids plus the 2 adopted kids was her favorite thing ever. She has stated, this will be my favorite thing ever. And I think that might be true. It was this crazy, beautiful surprise that she wasn't expecting. And it was everybody, and it was sweet, and it was beautifully connected with the song, the elements of the song itself. Yeah, mm-hmm. Sex Positive says my turn next. So Sex Positive is going to, by the way, you're up at the, so right now we still have guests here, and we rented a house up in Mar Vista. Are you up at the house right now, Karen? She's got actually a really beautiful view from where she is of the water out west. I'm like in my bunker, no view at all, no windows around me. I'm just totally in here in my virtual world with the rest of you. I thought they were going to knock me over one time. The dolphins.
This was the dolphins, yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's super cool. I freaking love dolphins. They're so much better than sharks. You know, from a hugging standpoint, you just want to get in the water and hug.
Sure.
Hugging sharks, just not as good. Okay, so when we enter combat, I want to one of my players has got to have an advantage. So we're going to kind of switch back into some code here. Go continue with the Lennon theme and propose in bed in a bed a la Yoko and John. Okay, but not with Yoko and John's exhumed body, though, please.
No.
It's not going to work. Can't wait to see your special effects, Sex Positive. Can I post? What is that? I don't know what you're saying, Sex Positive. My turn. I'm not sure what you're saying. Can I post? Or can he post? I'm not sure what your reference is there. Just use Yoko's singing voice the whole time, says Hugo Doll. I don't think her singing voice is that great. I'm a fan of John Lennon's. That's what based on what I know so far. I think she's asking about posting the blog entry. Oh, can you?
That would make sense.
You can, but the pieces you wanted to put in it are not in there yet. So, so yeah, you can do that, but it's the pieces are not in there. It isn't that great at all, which is the point. Wait, what? Oh, okay, that's what I thought was thinking. That's what I thought you were saying. Oh, can you post a photo of the view? You gotta put it somewhere. And then post it in here. I don't think you can post the picture to the chat room. I'm pretty sure you can't. So you'd have to like upload the photo and then get a link to the photo and post that link inside here is what you would have to do. I don't think there's any other way. You could send me the photo via Skype, actually, and I could show everyone because I can get that via Skype here and show everyone. So if you want to try that, Karen, you can do that. That's probably the easiest, fastest way to do that. All right, so let's just start looking at the code and figure out what we have to change. If we go over here, we've got this place where I'm initializing some data here for the different characters. And here's Kent's character, Willie Shaker. And on here we've got this role initiative. So this is good news. So I started by saying, well, his role initiative is advantage. Everybody else has got normal, so they don't have advantage on there. But I need to now figure that out and work with that on the lower level is what it looks like I need to do.
Okay.
So let's see. Do I have an inter-combat kind of thing? What do I have here? I don't have. How do I know when I'm entering combat? Is it roll dice? I think it might be roll dice. Let's go back over here. Actually, let's go back. Let's go to roll dice. I think I know where I need to be. So we're going to go to the dice roller.ts. Excuse me. Please roll dice. Let's go find the initiative. The dice roll type is initiative. We're going to go through all of these. We're going to add a d20 here. But then I think we need to do this, is we need to say, hey, if what is it going to be? Players? Do I have something called players here? I felt like I did. Well, it's going to be dice roll data. Do I have players here? Are we not sending it over? Maybe we're not sending over the characters. Oh, no, wait, because the characters are already here. A second. Hold on a second. Dice layer. No. Where is it? I'm totally forgetting where I've put my character data. Let's drop a marker there so we can come back fast to it. I feel like it's declared up near the top as something, but I'm not seeing anything here immediately. It's my characters. Let's look for character or player. Do I have an S now? Dice layer, players. That's what I'm looking for. Cool. That wasn't too bad. And then, so I think we want to do this to grab the player. And then we want to say, hey, if player dot roll initiative is not equal to dice roll kind dot normal. Then we're going to do something here. That's when we've got to add the extra die. So we want to add another die one more time. Let's do this. Let's set the player name up here for that. And so we'll do that one more time. And then I think, how do we add initiative here? Or, I'm sorry, how do we add advantage or disadvantage? Let's go look at that.
So there's a dice roll kind advantage there.
Okay, let's look at find normal. That's only in the wrong, I'm in the wrong place. Let's see where else. This is the place where, right, the code we were just adding. Oh, just num d20s is 2. Okay.
So if it's not normal, we go to 2, which the default, of course, is 1.
Yeah, so I don't understand how we're checking this thing here. I don't get that. Dice roll data. This is the remove d20s. Dice roll data kind is here's the check for advantage. So we check normal, so this means we're disadvantaged down here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need these anymore. I commented those out and I'm pretty happy with that. I think, and so if the dice roll kind, so here's the problem is I'm deciding in the kind whether it's advantage or disadvantage or not. I'm sorry, I'm deciding in the data, this dice roll data that's passed down for the roll, whether it's advantage or not.
Yeah.
And what I really want to do is I want to decide it in the die itself. I want the die to hold on to it. And so I think what I want is the die to hold that. So that means I need to go back in and I need to check my normal advantage and disadvantage to get it to still work. Let's go see what we got there. So num d20s is 2. Add dice for player. I want to do this. Let's go look who's calling add dice for player. Here we go. All right. So this is where in please roll dice, I think. Yep, there we are. And I want to pass in the dice roll kind right there. That's what I want to do. And then I want to do, if it's everyone, then we want to do something different here, whether that person's got advantage or not. We need to figure out what that's going to be. I guess I'll do this for now, but I think I need a to-do in here. Replace with correct data for each player, like that. And if it's for individuals, the same thing. We got the same problem here. And we're going to fix it up above for initiative, because with initiative we'll know for real whether that's going to work or not. And let's see where else dice for player is. It's right back here, right? So those are the 4 calls in there. Just want to jump out here to grab that, come back, and like this. So now we're passing kind in. for the add dice for player. And then, now instead of doing that, check on kind. Let's see if we're checking kind anywhere else in here. Doesn't look like it. Good. We're just going to change that to kind. Like that. So now, then, we've got kind coming in here. And now that we've added die here, we can come in here and add a new variable to it. Kind is equal to kind, like that. So that is going to solve, I think that's going to solve that problem so that existing code continues to work. And add dice for player. This is just magic stuff. I kind of like this add dice for player because it does this, but it adds on player ID and kind. Does those other things. Let's go see where add d20 is called, and maybe we'll just call add dice for player instead. So add d20 is here.
2 calls so far. Is that it?
This is the main one we were just working with here. This is the one I think I want to change it. I think I want to change it to add dice for player is what I want to do. Player ID is the first one. Looks like, hold on. Let's look at this one more time. It takes add d20, takes the colors. Here we got to we're calling get die color, get font color for the play based on the player ID. Yeah, I'm totally feeling that add d20, not here, but here should be changed to an add dice for player call is what I think I want it to do. So we need the player ID, that's I. Then we need the position modifier. Do I have that anywhere? Yep, I got it right there. That just tells where the dice is coming from the above to make it look a little more like a human is rolling it from different locations.
Sure, yeah.
The kind is going to be, since this is an initiative, it's going to be kind is going to be player dot roll initiative. That's the kind right there. So add dice for player, boom. That's going to take care of the 2 dice if we need it. Would you set player name in there? I'm pretty sure I saw that code. So let's go double check that. Player ID, not player name though. Okay, well I can keep it outside of this. Add dice for player does return a die, right? Does it? Oh no, because it could roll 2 different dice. So yeah, I'm going to add the player name as well. I'm going to do it inside. I'm going to do it inside here. Die.player name is equal to dice layer.get player name. That makes sense. I think that's not going to break anything. We'll have to check some. We'll have to do a bunch of tests on this, but I think that's going to also work and be in general a good change. Okay, there's add die player.
We've got a reference to the die on line 2309, which is not resolving because it's declared lower.
Shoot. That's okay. We just need this to be I right there.
Okay.
And I think that's it. That's it here. On the remove, we've also got a function out here called remove d20s, I think. There it is right there at the top. And here, we need to check. We're looking for that kind right here. Is normal. I think I'm taking this out here. I think what I want to do instead is take is normal and put it inside the loop. So I'm going to go in let's just double check where is normal is used. Just these 2 places. And it's basically said here, hey, get out here if we're going to have to do it. But I'm going to change this instead to just be only for wild magic or we're not a d20 roll, then we're out. Is normal is going to happen somewhere else. And I think around right around here. That's what I think it's going to happen. So now we're going to come down here. We're going to say if dice.kind, die.kind is that. And then here I want to say if this die is a normal die and we're not in a luck roll, then I think we're going to say continue. We're going to keep going through all the die. That's what I think we're going to do. If it's a normal and we're not a luck roll, do we continue return edge roll value? Or is edge roll value, oh, I see, edge roll value is whether we get the high or the low. So we don't actually, we still want to get the value, the top number, and we want to do the code on it. So hold on. I am not sure about this what we're going to do here. I'm going to comment this out, and I'm going to say, hey, check behavior of sorcerers, luck, come on, fingers aren't working this morning, and bent luck rolls, and see if we need to change those. Okay, so that's going to be my big fat to do here.
Okay.
Okay, and then we're going to come down here, and now here again. You hear something? What? Who's that guy? What? Here he comes. I want some sour cream. Oh, there we go. We got some sour cream. So we're going to check down here again. We're going to say, hey, if the die kind is equal to the advantage, and if die kind is equal to disadvantage, and
Mark, you've changed scene somehow. It is somewhat. Oh, there we go. You're back. You were somewhat off screen.
And tiny. Yeah. Somehow the design screen got set up there. Sour cream bit looked like it barely made PG rating. Barely. It's a kid's show. It's sour cream. Michael Jolly, don't say that word. It is. Kids, do not look at the chat room right now. All right. So let's double check everywhere. We're looking at the kind here. Let's look at dice roll kind everywhere in here and see what's going on here.
So in essence, what we're changing here is that previously the concept of a dice roll applied to all of the die that were being rolled, whereas now you can have a different roll per die.
Yeah, because I have
essentially, and then the stylings and whatever can appropriate for those individual dice
per player. So my thoughts are, it's time to see how bad we've made things. That's kind of
does it run, and how well does it run?
So let's refresh here. Let's bring up the inspector. See if we got any console issues over here. Yeah, we'll see how carefully we were. What doesn't roll off the tongue? Buenos Taco Tuesday. Yeah, that's hard. Though, does it? Yeah. Today it was tuna salad Tuesday. Oh, okay. Tuna salad Tuesday. Gotcha. That one's what you're referring to. Doesn't quite roll off the tongue. It's not. Michael Jolly, how you doing, buddy? You got a stream coming up later today? Always enjoy, sending raiding my friends over here, out here on. Okay, there we go. We have. Let's enter combat and see what happens. Okay, that's cool. We got a roll initiative of undefined. Undefined. So player is undefined. Dice layer players. Oh, guess who forgot to send the data over? That's my bad. Let's try again. Initialize player data. And now let's try exiting combat and then re-entering combat. Okay, did we get...
We have dice.
But did we get two? Oh, we got two willies. We got a lot of willies. Okay, so there's a problem with some logic somewhere. So in terms of the naming was wrong. By the way, Hugo says, by the way, if you or anyone else has a Fuzzy's taco nearby, try their fish tacos or burritos. Yum. Okay, while we're talking about great taco places, if you're in LA, Tito's Tacos is really good. Is recommended by me.
Excellent.
I'm putting that out there in the in LA, Los Angeles. Yeah. When I lived there, I used to go there all the time. Okay, so So I want to try one more time. I'm going to enter combat. There's my exit. Here comes my entry. I have the colors are right. I've got two. The names are wrong, right? But I got two Willies. Willie is the red player. Yeah, the names have just gone all bad.
Names are a little bit less than good. But yeah, you're right. You have got the extra die in there.
Yeah. So add dice for player. Oh, this is the number of die players. Here's my problem. It may not be so bad of a problem here. That was my problem. So I was using I here thinking it was the index of the player, but it was really the index of which number of D20 we were adding. So now I think that's going to fix it. So now let's go back in, refresh. Remember to hit initialize player data before we enter combat. And you're seeing the live stream for the Dungeons and Dragons show. Those pieces, those elements are showing up here because we're testing those. Here comes the die roller still loading. Let me turn off the Dragonfront overlay on the stream for a second, and then we'll reload that back up. I'm not done yet. Seems like it's taking longer than it usually does. There we go. Calling initialize player data. Done. And now let's enter combat. Now I want to see these properly labeled. Okay, those are good.
That's looking good, yeah.
Except for it's not removing Willie's die. Okay? And look at this. We're going to fix this line. This line's got to be connected as well to these pieces. So,
a definite improvement.
Yeah. Looks like Hugo just launched a drone. Let me see if I can join him here. There we go. All right, there we go. Everybody's flying around. Okay, let's exit combat. And let's figure out why we're not removing. Ooh, we got some music. Nice. I like that. That reminds me, as a to-do, I got to add another genre of music. What do we think is our next genre of music, Rory? Should we do a poll out there?
That's an interesting question.
What
are the ones we've got so far?
I forget how to do a poll. Does my commands... Okay, there we go. Something like that. Poll, 2 comma separated choices. So we're going to say poll. Which?
Electric Bebop and Klingon Choir. These are different choices.
Mark, add, next. Question mark. And then we're going to say, we'll say, what do you think are good ones right here? Klingon Choir. I don't think I can, it's got to be something I have access to in terms of songs. So let's do, I know, rock and roll, comma, jazz, elevator, Muzak, classical music. Oh, country and western, fine. Country.
Just trying to think of sort of national music styles. So I don't know, but like Caribbean and Indian music and
Hold on.
What else?
I'm gonna take out music. Nobody wants music.
Reggae.
I can't do it. So rock and roll. I'm gonna take out jazz too from these choices right now. So rock and roll, classical, country and western.
What's the throat singing one?
Don't you? They all sing with their throats. All right, let's do national anthems. Peruvian nose flute. Should be like metal. Should I add metal in that? Is that like rock and roll too much? Jazz. We'll do jazz. All right, we'll see what happens here. Let's see if that poll works. All right. Those are the choices up there. Hard to see with the drone game blocking a little bit. Let's do a test CG1. Let's do a dog. you're voting out there, do we have to? Did I blow the poll? Should I have said 1, 2, 3, and 4? I think I should have done that.
Poll's closing in 10 seconds.
Let's try again. We'll do a new one.
Ooh, that's looking...
But why did number 1 not get in there? Hold on. Let me try one more time, guys.
2 announcer bots announcing things there, I think.
Everybody's in there voting. Which? I might have to put a... Why didn't 1 get in there? There we go. 1 got in at that time. All right, one more doc. Clear up that screen. Oh yeah, there we go. The coins are all blocking. Lovely. Oh,
that's better.
It's really
that
does.
works.
Cleared it up. There we go. All right, so we are...
The intelligent route to clearing coins.
10 seconds. We're tied at rock and roll and country and western. There we go, rock and roll. Looks like it's going to be the winner. All right. Everybody feel like that was fair? All right. Getting a little crazy with all of this stuff over here on the right.
Crazy's not like us.
One more time, we're docking. Bye, Rory. Bye, Rory. All right. All right. So, anybody remember where we were? It's like, did we get this? Oh, we're not removing.
We had corrected a bunch of stuff, actually.
But we're not removing the die. So the remove D20 is my problem. That function. Remove D20 needs to. Well, yeah, we've got a problem here. We have our roll values and our top numbers. These have got to be per person. I think this code needs to be extracted into its own function. This is an if statement. Let's see what happens when we try to extract this. Okay, it doesn't want us to do that. I think because of what? My continue right here? Why won't you let me extract that?
Is that because we're not in a class?
No, it should be able to do it. Let's see what happens if I take out my continue statement here and see. I think it thinks it's a break and it doesn't know how to do it. Yeah, look at that. See that?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's not CodeRushed. I just want to be very clear. That's not us. Extract to function in global scope. That's what I want to do. Let's not do that yet. I'm going to undo that a second. Undo my commenting. All right. Surly Dev, I think, looked at me watching. He saw my micro expressions. I was like, oh, I see where you are, Surly. I'm just going to very subtly look over, make sure I've got the SWAT command typed in there. I'm going to get a button for SWAT in a bit here. So we're calculating the edge roll value here. Part of the problem is we came into this thinking only one person would roll, and we made a bunch of decisions based on that spec, and then things changed so that we could support a variety, because we found it useful, of multiplayer simultaneous rolls.
An interesting question there. How did Michael Jolly escape the SWAT? Was that because the SWAT only kills the first person in whichever list it's pursuing?
I don't think it was there. I think it was outside the range, but maybe I'm wrong.
Okay.
That was my assumption. But you're right. Maybe it only does one. Return edge roll value. Well, the edge roll value is going to be different if it's a multiplayer one of these. Clear the D20 roll value. This doesn't help in a multiplayer scenario. And we're only using it here. Need to clear D20s. Min crit. So that's only on an attack. We never do multiplayer attack rolls. So we only need that. Yeah, in this scenario right here for the bonus die right there. So I think we need a check here to say, hey, if then we're going to solve this problem one way, and otherwise we're going to solve it this way. Okay? And then we're going to say, I just want to multiplayer D20s is what I want to do. Like that. This is not going to return anything like that. And how much of this looks the same? I think there's no luck on a multiplayer roll, I think. Yeah, because there's no way to specify one. So we got a multiplayer roll, there's no luck at all involved, which means we don't need this second block here. We don't need return an edge value. So it's going to be a much simpler version of this. Let's see what we got. Dice roll data.applied advantage. That doesn't work. We don't need to check to see if it's a lucky die or not, because that's just not going to get there. No lucky die are allowed here. So if it's a D20, and we need edge rolls for each player is what we need. So we're going to need to create a player edge rolls. That. Here's what it's going to look like. Then I need to initialize these with all values. I don't think I can specify I don't think I can say like, oh, 5 is equal to something in JavaScript. I think I have to add it first. I have to add those elements is what I believe I have to do. So I think it's like dice layer dot players. There it is. Dot count. Dot length. Do we need a for loop here? So, and then what I want to do is come down here and just say push. I believe, I could be totally wrong on this, Roy. You might want to look this up. Can I?
That does strike me as something I've seen before, yeah.
Well, there's probably a better way to initialize it. Maybe that's the problem. But I basically want to say it's equal to its size. As I want to preset its size, so I can.
Yeah,
come
it's
in
not
here.
that you necessarily know the values. You can set it equal to, if you know the type of the data that you're going to put in there, you could literally, in this case what we're doing, integers, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you could just go square bracket 0, 0, 0, 0 for as many as there are. But that presupposes you know how many there are. So if you're going to have fixed 4 players for this system, you can just do 4 zeros, comma separated in that initial value.
Okay. Yeah, the problem is I don't know how many players.
Yeah.
The number of players is going to change. Surly wants to test. Surly's got 2,000 coins. Look at that guy. Yeah, he's becoming. He gets like to 3,000. He starts gaining godlike powers over the stream. We've got to stop him, Rory. We've got to stop Surly Dev. I just don't
Someone's
know how.
got to take him out. We need player v player. Coin stealage.
The problem is I can't break the rules. Even though I have access to the code, I can't break the rules. If once he gets the power of godlike power, he can do anything. Got to stop Surly Dev. But hold on a second. Left. Surly Dev wants to test the SWAT, the multiplayer SWAT, right down in here. So come on by here and we'll try SWAT now. No, you got to wait till 2 get down here. Rory.
Sorry.
Jeez. Rory. Oh my
What
God.
you would do is just throw down. There we go.
Did you just do it again, Rory? Are you becoming... Wait, did Surly Dev take over Rory? I told you he has godlike powers over both domains, not only virtual, but our real worlds as well.
Apparently he's broken out into reality.
Jesus. Not good. All right. Here we go. Let's get down here. Hugo's in the area. I've got SWAT ready. Rory, don't you dare. Don't you dare. Okay, here comes SWAT with 2 in there. It only gets 1. Let me do another SWAT. Wait, Hugo may be out. What's going on with Hugo? Is Hugo just... So Hugo, can you move left just a bit? I think Hugo's maybe just out of the ring.
if Hugo isn't dead.
You think he's dead? Oh yeah, I'm not really seeing animation on his... Hugo's trying to move, and oh yeah, he's moving a little bit.
Oh, yes. Okay.
He's not dead.
Well, when you said move a little bit, he went for a genuine
All right, hold on. So let's try again. So let's do, I don't know if we got a good tester or not. I think Hugo was not quite in there. All right, so right 3, down 2. Left. All right, here we go. Yeah, it works. Both were taking it. It was just you were just
That took 2 of us.
you just get high enough right up there that you're not hit by the SWAT. All right. Okay, back to the code. So player edge roles push. So we're just going to fill these with data so we can now access them. Then we can come in here and we can say player. Then we need to actually push a -1. We're basically replacing edge roll value which is initialized up here with a -1 with an individual array of player edge rolls for each individual player. So now we're going to come down here and say player edge rolls, so player ID. But guess what? Player ID, that's going to be equal to die.playerID. Pretty sure that's it. Let's double check. I'm just going to search through the code. Yeah. Okay, that's good. All right. So there's my player ID. Player edge rolls, the player ID is equal to that. If it's -1, then we're going to do this. Then we're going to do this. Every time we see edge roll value, we're going to do that. And that. Did we get them all? Might have got them all. Now let's see what we got up here. Good. And there's no need for this, and there's no need for that. If it's wild magic, or it's not a d20 roll, then we get out. We don't care if it's a luck roll. There's no luck roll on the multiplayer d20s. And I don't think we need these. Yeah, we don't need those. Other die. Oops. We got a problem with other die. Other die similarly needs to look like this. Whoops. And that's going to be of type any. Like that. And we're going to do the same thing down here. We're going to say other die dot push. I guess a null. Hold on. This is supposed to be a -1. Okay. Other dice. Dice. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Okay. Whoops, I did the wrong one here. Okay. Looks like my rename impacted some things I wasn't expecting here. Player ID. Hold on, I want to double check that I got the case on this right. Yeah, I did. Okay. So other players die of that. Going through changing all of these. Okay. So now we're going to go through for each of those players. Other die we don't need anymore. Good. Let's double check that. Other players dies. It's an array of any. We're just pushing null for each one, so we got it. So we can access them by each one of those pieces. I feel like this has got a shot of working.
I think it's, yeah, pretty plausible.
All right. I think we got a shot at it. Let's give it a try. See what happens. Surly Dev do this right here? Anybody?
Surly Dev has done most of the things in the chat room, so yeah. So now I think he's playing with the idea that you can't swap that.
I can't move it. I got to get rid of the shoots. Wait, isn't that the shoots command? Surly Dev is. Wow. I thought it was shoots. But there it is. Why isn't shoots? Didn't work before for me. Is he? Yeah. All right. Waiting for player data to be initialized. Here comes the initialization. And let's enter combat. Shoot coming in. No, they're added. They're not removed. All right, let's go figure that out. I think I want to set a breakpoint. Did we get it? Did we get that console log entry there? I didn't see it. We're not calling this, I think. Need to clear D20s. Has multiplayer dice. Set a breakpoint here. Try again. Exiting combat. Entering combat. Dice are thrown. Okay, cool. What's going on?
Okay, we have the breakpoint at least.
Remove. Okay. So that part's good. We're getting inside. Console log's coming out. Wait, I didn't see that in the console log before. Uh-oh. It's not a D20 roll? Can I go through this? I'm going to set it to true. Right here. I'm going to refresh it. Let's refresh. Maybe I should just write something, Rory, that if your drone hangs out in this area, it starts to overheat and glow.
Oh, right, yeah.
And get some damage.
Overload and eventually just...
You know, I could, it's so funny, I could just take my image and put me in front of everything, but no. So much more fun to write code.
Way too simple.
This music makes me nervous. I'm not sure if we're going to solve this or not. Oh yeah, it's a really tense moment here on the show. Here's the data has been initialized, exiting combat, and now entering combat. Here comes the roll. What's going to happen? Hey, look at that. Willie has advantage.
Yeah.
And did he score? Yeah, +3. It actually worked out. Look at the music change just in time.
Absolutely.
All right. So we fixed that line. What's our time, Rory? How are you doing, buddy, on time? How much more time you got?
I'm good for a little bit more, yeah.
All right, let's fix that line, and we're going to call it a show. So that line is over in, I think, the dice layer, or... Let's go look in here. Let's see what we got here. Look for the word line, animated line. Here we go. So I want to do the same thing to the animated line that I want to do that I did to the box. So here's where we add the line. And what I want to do here, so here's what happens. We're basically, we say, hey, if your role, the players that we're going through the summary, right? We're putting the results out there. Wait, hold on a second. Will Bennett says, maybe just issue Surly Dev parking tickets when he's in that area. Charge 100 coins. Ooh. Ooh. And they go
Hit him where it hurts.
They go to my bank account, and we could create a virtual currency on these. We'll call them Mark coins. And we'll make billions. All of us will. It's totally the way to go. What could go wrong? I like it, Will Bennett, says Hugo Dahl. All right. Okay, so here's the line. I want to do the same thing that I did with the box. The bounding, the difference between the box and the line, though, is that, looks like we're not using margins at all. Let's kill that. Is that the background rect is created, and we assign the text effect, its bounding rect, to it like this, right? And so we're doing that to it for each effect that we create for each player. So the initiative summary has a list of all the players in it. We're going to go through and bind each text bounding rect to it, so as the text animates and expands, the bounding rect will exactly fit it. That's what we're doing there. What we essentially need to do also, though, is we need to come in here. What happens in bounding rect, actually? Let's have a look at this. What is bounding rect used here? We call fit to rect. I think I want to change this a little bit, make it a little better. So fit to rect, let's rename this. And they're saying, let's call it to resize to content. That's what I want to call it again. I want to call it instead. Okay? And the left, top, width, and height are of the, in this case, the text. Okay? The next thing I want to do is I want to change bounding rect to an array of animated rectangles. And I want to initialize it to, let's just set it equal to nothing like that. Let's do that. Then, let's do that. And then let's do a for loop here, like that. And then of I dot, and then let's say resize to content is what we want in here. this music also very dramatic. This music's basically saying,
yes.
don't make any mistakes, Mark.
No mistakes.
The entire population of the world is relying on this code being perfect the first run. So I hear you, I hear you, I hear you. All right, so let's do this. Now we're going to say push, like this. See what I'm doing? And now let's rename bounding rect to bounding linked shapes, connected. I'm not quite getting the name here. It's not coming to me. I feel like I'm a psychic or a medium. Surely to have swatted himself, it looks like. Connected shapes, like that. So that's connected to the title. I want to now do now let's look at the line. The line is tricky because the line is added after we've already added other pieces, other names.
Okay.
And so any names we've previously added, we want to hook the line up to those as well. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to create an array here. Known player names is going to be an array of text effects, like that. And then as I build each text effect, I'm going to say dot push here. So those are my known player names. Let's do a couple other things here. Hold on.
So you're looking to scale the line to the names themselves or to the box that they're sitting within?
To only the names themselves.
Okay.
So now I'm going to come down here and say line is equal to that. So now we've got a line that we've created. And then once we get out of this, we say, hey, if the line has been created, then we want to iterate through all our known player names.
Yep.
Just going to do a for each here. Which is a type text effect. And then I'm going to say player name. Come on, give me IntelliSense here. Dot connected shapes dot push line. Okay.
Okay.
What's wrong there? Line. It doesn't see line. How can I not get line into it? What's wrong there? Animated rectangle. Hold on. Not of animated rectangle, but of scalable animation. And then resize to content has to be inside of scalable animation. Okay. And in scalable animation, it's gonna do anything. So this can override. Like that. This is my resized content. Now we need that in our descendant, our scalable animation descendant. not text effect, animated line. Like this. And we're going to say like this. We're going to say the right side. So we're going to create a, whoops, we're going to create a new number here. Right side. That's equal to left plus width. And do I have, this is, okay. I need this, I need a orientation property inside the line here, I think, whether it's horizontal or not.
Yeah, good point.
Well, it is horizontal in this code right here. It doesn't have a height, it only has a width. So I'm going to be okay with that. So right side is equal to that. I think we're okay actually still. All right, so there's my right side, and now I want to say, hey, if this dot x plus this dot width is less than right side, then we're going to say our width is equal to a right side minus this dot x, like that. Okay, brackets there and there. Now that we've set that, is that all we have to do? I think that might be all we have to do.
That could be it, because effectively you're saying that however far we are from the left of our parent for this purposes, we'll subtract that same quantity from the right, making sure that we are symmetrically within our parent.
Yeah. Resize the content there, resize the content there. I feel pretty good about it. All right, let's try it. Refreshing. Did I change to tech now? I hit a button on my keyboard without realizing it, I think. Keyboard bumped up against it. It's all right. Waiting for that screen to refresh. There it is. There's the data. Send across. Let's exit combat and now re-enter combat. And what do we got? We got a 5 and a 6. 5 goes away.
Ooh, not quite so good.
It's scaling.
It is.
I think we can fix it. We have to turn off scaling on the line. The line is scaling. Let's go see where we're building this. Here. This is the problem. So change it so we're not going to scale it. And refresh. I think that's it. I think the code we wrote is still good.
That would be good.
Surly Dev is going to be
Simple fix.
paying for Michael's Tacos. Did I miss that from a while back? Oh yeah, there it is. I did.
Missed that.
Logarithmic find based on time spent in Watts spot zone suggests Hugo Doll. So rock and roll is our next genre we're going to add. Okay, there's initializing the data, exiting combat, re-entering combat, and what do we got? Like 15 down the bottom right corner over here. Well, what happens now? I bet now it stays up with it. Look, see it, Rory?
Yeah,
you just got to make it smaller. See it? Working with it? It's staying with it. Okay, so that's good. That's what we want to do. Let's just make it smaller. Add separated horizontal line. We're going to make this smaller to like 50. It doesn't matter. Just it's got to be small enough. Well, let's make it 10, so it's super small. Then that should totally work. Rock and roll, baby. Let's exit combat while we're waiting. Initialize player data. There it is. And enter combat. 1 and 17. 1 goes away. Look at that. Nicely lined up. Not bad.
It's all right.
All right. I think we got a show, Roy.
Looking good. We do.
Let's see who's out there streaming out there that we can send everybody over to. Oh, Michael Jolly is not going now. You guys got a suggestion in terms of where you want to go? Honest Dan Games?
Honest Dan Games.
Let's go take a look at that. And also Relevant Tests. Let's see what's going on with Honest Dan Games.
Relevant Jesse, apparently. Or Jess,
Relevant
sorry.
Jesse. Raid the Lost Ark. Honest Dan. I'm seeing a Twitch ad on that. Let's go. While we're doing that, playing that ad, let's go to another one and let's go to Relevant Jesse. Yeah, that feels good to me, Relevant Jesse, because I was going to send you to Irrelevant Jesse and completely forgotten about Jesse, but I think Relevant Jesse's a better station. Okay, what do we got here? Hold on, Raid the Lost Ark. I got ads playing on 2 different screens now, just so I can get through them both. They pause the ad when I switch away from the tab, apparently. But no, wait, hold on. Are we good here? Let's see what's going on here.
July.
All right, Honest Dan Games. He's got like he's got this up here going. It's Relevant Jesse going here. We need some raid emotes for when we raid another stream. Tell me about that, Surly Dav. Fine. I'll work on that too. Can you show your settings for NuGet source? I'm not sure what you mean there. Let's see what's going on over here. All right. What's more exciting? Informs work.
Almost like we need a poll.
Stream overlay game. I'm going to send you the stream overlay. Honest Dan Games. We're taking over there. It's almost like we need a poll. I'm going to send you there. That's what I'm doing today. Can you show your settings for NuGet source? Will, are you talking to me about that? Is that your question? Generally more exciting? That's what we're going to do. I'm going to reach over there. Installed VS on my Surface, and that setting is not there. Can you tell me where you want me to go, Will, on this? Are you talking about when I come in here and I say, what is it, manage NuGet packages? Can't do that while I'm running. I think I need to start a new instance, maybe. I need to look at that here. Are you talking specifically for this project? Yes. All right, hold on. Let's see what we can do here. Starting with second instance of Visual Studio because I don't want to shut this down. Getting my raid ready. Got some killer raid music playing here. Second instance of Visual Studio is Options, NuGet Package Manager, Package Sources. Well, maybe I can get there here. Tools, Options. What do we say? NuGet Package Manager. And then Package Sources. So that's not bad. I started up a second instance of Visual Studio, loaded up this solution, which is it's starting to get a little heavy. And I didn't notice, did you notice any degradation in like the music or anything
Not
else?
really, no.
This is what I got. Is this helpful to you? He says yes. Okay. With that, we've got some rating music to kick us out of here. Rate's going to come up in about 10 seconds. Kids, thank you so much for being here. Had a great show. We'll see you tomorrow, right, Rory? You'll be here, buddy?
Indeed, yes.
All right, buddy. We'll see you tomorrow.